Okay, good afternoon. This is Guillermo from STT, and I will show you some tips and tricks from 3DMA. I will start with capture cut and trim. Then I will show you how to manual label a capture and how to try to recover them. And the last point will be to show you how to edit and customize your reports. Okay, so let's start with the first point. Capture, cut and trim. I have opened Sports 3DMA, and this workflow is exactly the same for IDO, clinical, cycling, so whatever you have. Let's open an example capture. So open capture. Let's go for this one. Okay, here we have full body bike fitting capture. Let's play back this example. Okay, it looks pretty fine. But what is true is that we have a small red part on the very beginning. Well, not only red part, but red part without information, and then kind of something strange here on the knee. Let me show you in otherwise. So let's see, open, for example, knee angles are quite fine. Here there is a small distortion, knee distances, frontal trajectories. Okay, ankle distances. In these plots we can see quite clear how there is a distortion on the very first frames. So from second 0 until second 1.5 probably. Okay, so we don't want to have this corrupted or this distorted part on the numerics and not on the final report, of course. So there are two things that we can do. We can directly select a region of interest. Sorry. We can directly select a region of interest, for example, from second 1.5 until the end, or we can trim this part and generate a copy of this capture, but only with the totally clean information. Okay, so let's go both ways to do that. Okay, the first way is to move the cursor until second 1.5 or 2. Let's go to 1.5. To move the cursor, you can select the cursor and move it while you are pressing the left mouse click, or you can just press Control key on the keyboard and left mouse click, like this. So Control key plus left mouse click goes directly to a certain position. Otherwise, you just select it and move it where you want. Let's go to 1.5, for example there, and now let's create an event. In this case, we can create an analysis limit event. This will draw you a vertical line with this shaded part. So this part won't be useful and won't appear none on the numerics and none on the final report. But of course, the capture starts on frame 0. So we have a very small part here with rubbish, with corrupted information, with bad capture information. And then from second 1.5, you get the real good capture. Okay? But if we are doing nothing but this vertical limit event, our numerics are totally clean and our report, if we generate, are totally clean. This won't be affected. But the capture, every time we open it, it already have this corrupted part. So how to trim that? How to create a copy of only this region of interest? Well, we can create this analysis limit event. we can create another one in the end, for example here, analysis limit event, and we can export data to a new 3MC file. So we can create a new capture file with only the region of interest. Let's do it. So I am pressing now this, save 3MC interval. The system is asking me to double check if the first frame is gonna be this one and the last one is gonna be this one. It takes by default where the cursors, so where the limits are. And please double check that you have checked this box to add to the database. Now I'm pressing OK. I need to select the user here on the left column, and then after saving the capture, I need to label it. Let's label it as by fitting only clean capture. Okay, if I close this now, I don't want to save it, and I'm open it again. So bike fitting only clean capture, let's open it. I can visualize the ankle distances and it's totally clean. Now the capture starts in 0, but it was our previous 1.5 seconds. Okay, so now all the capture is clean. Okay, other examples for capture cut or capture trim. Let me open very fastly jumping protocol. I don't want to save it. Open capture. Okay, we have here the squat jumps. We have 3 jumps because our recording was maybe 30 seconds or 20 seconds. This was captured at 240 frames per second, but we only want to select one of those 3 to generate the report and to analyze the numerics. How to do that? Okay, let's go and find the very best one. In this case, I don't know, maybe it's the second one. So let's create here a region of interest. I'm gonna create an event, analysis limit event. So from this point to the left, won't appear none on the numerics and none on the reports. Then I'm moving to second, well, 10.5, 11, 12, no matter. Let's say 10. I will create again an analysis limit event. And here we have the second jump, and that it's the jump that we want to analyze, and we want to record, and we want to study. Let's save this interval from this frame to this one, and let's label it or rename it as very best jump. Let's open it again. Very best jump. Okay, so instead of having three jumps, we have only one. And here you can see it. We can play it back in slow motion. Okay, so I think it's quite clear how to cut, capture, or how to trim and selecting a region of interest. Let's go to the next exercise. Manually labeling. Okay, what is this for? Let's close this capture. I don't want to save it. It's already saved. Let's open, for example, this one. Okay, this is a real case. This capture was sent by a customer. The customer has an IDO so the portable system with 3 cameras, and it was performing a bike fitting for the left side and floor. If I play it back, you can see that there is no 3D information. Let's play it back at normal speed. Okay, so this skeleton is not moving. Those are the 3 cameras of their system. There are no plots, there are no numerics. Okay, what's happening? How we can we recover this capture? Okay, this can be recovered if the system is calibrated and if all the markers are correctly placed. Believing that this is true, we can go to configuration, manual labeling. Okay, let's go to the very first frame because we want to teach the system where is each marker. Let's select now what protocol are we gonna teach the system. Bike fitting left side and floor. Okay, this is true. Do you want to continue? Yes, I want. And we have here like kind of a dialogue to join each marker with each point on the space. So with this dialog opening, let's press this button here on the bottom right to show labels of each marker. Okay, for the moment labels are just numbers, but what we are doing now is to teach what is an elbow, what is a knee, what is a floor. Okay, doing this, the system will be able to recover the capture. It's not important the order, the thing is to label all the markers that the system needs. In this case, needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, let's start with floor back, it's number 11. Okay, so now we have the label for floor back. For front, it's label 10, floor left, number 8. You can move the 3D if it helps you, okay? Maybe from some views it's easier or harder to find out what is each marker. And in some cases, well, typically there are always extra signs because of reflective parts or ghost markers. In this case, this 7 marker is not a ghost, this is an elbow, but there is a ghost marker or maybe a calibration issue here with the 13 marker. Okay, that's why I didn't use that. Okay, let's continue. So ankle marker is number 6, left elbow 7, foot 2. Oops, I did it wrong. Let's go back. Left foot was number 2. Okay, you can always go back by selecting it and pressing this button, or start over with this button. Left heel number 4, knee, well, hip number 5, knee 3, shoulder 1, and wrist 9. Once we have all the skeleton or all the protocol labeled, we just need to press OK, and the system will start over recapturing with the information we enter to the system. Let's wait a little bit and we will have our capture recovered. Okay, 2D marker coincidences detected. Okay, it's not important for us in this case. And here we have our numbers on the left side, and our plots will appear once we save it and open it again. Okay, let's do it. So main, save capture, and let's open it again. This was left side by fitting left side, this one. here they are. Ankle distances, knee distances, well, all the information coming from the 3D. Okay, this capture was recovered. Let's go and let's try another one. Let's close this example and let's open this one. This is a bike fitting full body plus floor. Same as the previous one, I can play it back and I can see that well, we have the images coming from the cameras, but we don't have 3D, we don't have plots, neither numerics. Let's go back to the very first frame. Let's press manual labeling. Let's select the protocol we want to manually label. In this case is bike fitting body and floor, this one, with we can see here quite clear the markers on the floor, and also how the guy or the customer that did this try was trying to capture this protocol. I want to continue, yes. Okay, and here we have even more markers than in the previous one, obviously, because this is a full body protocol, but the game is exactly the same. We need to select on the left, and we need to see here on the 3D who is who. We can do it quite fast, so let's go. Well, just to tell you, the colors of the markers, this is only as a reference, but if it's colored in red, only 2 cameras can see that marker. Color in yellow, 3 cameras can see that marker. And color in green, 4 or more cameras are looking at that marker. Okay, so typically the ones on the floor and the back can be visible to all of the cameras, but the markers on one side and the other one are typically seen only by 2 cameras, those from each side. Okay, let's do it quite fast. So back hip, it's gonna be number 14, floor back 02, front 06, left 5, left ankle 11, elbow left 19, left foot 17, heel, sorry, 15, left hip 18, knee 'I need, okay, in this case could be 16 or 21, but because of the position, I guess it's 16. Okay. Left shoulder, let's see. Oops. There is no left shoulder. Let me be, I want to be sure. Okay, this is the front view. This is the left elbow. This is the back, this is the spine. This is the right shoulder, but there is no left shoulder. It should be one marker here. As you can see, there is no left shoulder. If I move this to find out and to see the cameras, the 2D cameras, okay, camera 3 and 4 are looking at this left side of the cyclist, of the rider, and it is true that there is no marker here. It should be here. I can set, for example, the left wrist. Left wrist is number 13, but there should be a marker here for the left shoulder, but there isn't. It's not visible here and not visible here. Okay, this means that this capture can't be recovered. Okay, this capture is unrecoverable. the system can't invent or can't find where a marker is. We cannot place it manually on the space. If it's not visible for the cameras, it can be recovered. Okay, so for the future captures, we need to be super sure that all the markers are correctly placed. We can also fast check by counting the markers. If we know that this protocol has 20 markers, okay, before we start with the capture, we can fast count from 1 to 20, and if they are all of them, we can continue. Okay, let's close this one. Do you want to save it? No. And now let's go for the last part, okay? The template edition. To do so, let me open the clinical software, and this way I will show you as well some new things on the software. So what we are doing now is opening a template. I will show you where are all the templates from 3DMA. We are making a copy of them, and then we can edit with some tips and with some care. We need to be careful when we edit the templates. Okay, this message is because I don't have cameras plugged to my system at this moment. No problem. I can continue without nothing else. Open capture. Let's open, for example, Helen Hayes lower train. This is clinical. This is a quite simple capture of the lower train on a treadmill. If I play it back, okay, I can see the treadmill, color in red with the left side step and in blue with the right side step, with the initial contact and while the floor is on the treadmill. I can fastly see the stride selection just to see how it's gonna be the report. Okay, there are some lines here. I can clean this quite fast. By double clicking, I can remove all the curves that I don't want to appear on the final report, okay? Let me do it quite fast. So let's clean this. Okay, let me check it out, the rest of the curves. Okay, they are quite clean. I don't want to super clean all of them. The important thing is to, let's press OK. I want to see the final report. So, gait over treadmill, that's true. Let's wait some seconds while the word processor generates the final report from the template, and then I will show you how to edit it, how to customize. Today is taking too long on my system to generate the reports, but this should take from 1 second to 30, no more. Of course, depending on the speed of your system, will be faster. Okay, so this is the Helen Hayes lower train report. It's quite cool, but they are 10 pages of reports. If you wanna send them over email, okay, that's fine, or if you wanna create a PDF. But if you want to print it out or explain to someone just the main tips, maybe you can, or you prefer to have like a more summarized one or a more compact one, or even just because your company has all the colors in green, you prefer to have your report as well in green, not only your logo but the labels and these parts. Okay, how to do this? Let's minimize this. This is the original one, okay? So let's minimize it and let's go to find where are the original templates. Okay, this is the desktop. This is the desktop of the system, and you will probably have some shortcuts because we are creating the report for Helen Hayes. Let's go to clinical software. Right button click, properties, and open destination. If we go up one level, we can see these three folders. Let's go into files and then into reports files Word. Okay, inside this folder there are all the templates for the system. That's why I did a copy of this folder and I relabel it as backup. Why? Because in case I touch or in case I broke something, all the system, I don't need to reinstall totally the system. I could just copy back the backup folder and recover the original templates. So, first step, copy and paste this folder. Okay, I'm doing this twice, but this is just for example. So I will label it as backup originals. Perfect. Then we can go to this folder, reports files Word, and we can find two folders, Castellano and English. If we are in English, of course, let's go to the English folder. And now we need to look for the template we want to edit. Here we can find all the templates of clinical, shoulder, Helen Hayes, head and cervicals, left knee, okay, all of them. So let's go and find the Helen Hayes lower train for treadmill, here, this one. Let's copy that template, copy, and let's paste in documents, STT, 3DMA, user reports. Okay, I did it before, that's why if it is asking me to replace. Let's say yes. So, important, this folder. Users, your user, your documents, STT, 3DMA, user reports. So 3DMA will go to this folder and will look for the template he's looking for. If it's fine, if the system finds, it use this one, the custom one. If not, if this folder is empty, the system goes by default to the original folder. Remember this one, this one. In this case, English. I will tell you again a little bit more slowly. So we need to copy the template we want to customize from this folder. This is the installation folder of the clinical or cycling or 3DMA product. So from this folder, we need to look for the protocol we want to edit. In this case is Helen Hayes lower train treadmill. We need to copy that one and paste in this one. Documents, STT, 3DMA user reports. I am copying it here, paste, and I am replacing it. Okay, actually these two files are exactly the same. This is a copy, of course, so nothing will be changed on the final report. But what is left, what we need to do now is to edit this one. How to edit this? We can double click and open it in a word processor. My system has LibreOffice, so I am editing on LibreOffice. What can we edit here? Let me see. Okay, what can we edit? We can edit everything but the labels. This is a label, this is a label, this add username add is a label. Okay, so everything but the label can be changed. If you want, for example, to remove this page, you can just remove this page and it won't appear on the final report. If you want to add some images at the end of the report, you can just edit here and insert I don't know, an object, a symbol, and whatever. Okay, and this will appear at the end of your final report. Let's make some changes. For example, imagine your company has all the colors in green, as I said. Okay, then let's label this, or let's change the color to this, to green. Instead of full name, I want to appear just name. Instead of area patient name in this kind of font, I can change it to, for example, this one, Stylus. Instead of having this in red and right in blue, I can have the right in other blue that I like more. For example, a little bit more darker, like this. I don't know. Whatever you can change, you want to change, you can, but be very careful with the labels. So this is a label, right straight num. You can edit the style, you can change the style, but if we change and instead of straight num, we say, I don't know, or we insert here like a extra character, it won't be replaced. Let's leave like this, okay? Let's say now save it. Let's leave as the original docx file format. Let's close this one, let's close this one, and let's create again a report. Okay, and here we have the report customized. Okay, of course our customization is quite simple. We did some changes here on the colors, on the font type, nothing but that. But we can see how it's affected and how it works. Remember not to edit the labels. We can change the style, but not the number, not the label, not the text of the label. Otherwise, it will happen as this. We get the label instead of the number. Apart from that, let's go to the last page. Probably there is a smiley. Okay. Okay, And that's my face at this moment. Thank you for listening or for viewing, and hope you enjoy it. Of course, you can ask whatever you want, and we are always open, and we are very grateful to all the suggestions and all the feedback we are getting from you. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.